We are three childhood friends and our spouses setting out from Sarria on the Camino Francés, carrying decades of memories, shared laughter, and a spirit of adventure as we take on the final 115 kilometers towards Santiago de Compostela. How does it feel to be at
It's
your
great.
starting point?
Lovely, lovely hotel.
25th October 2025, Compostela de Santiago passport. We're going to start off with Sarria tomorrow. First, Sarria stamp out there.
Finally relaxed after being in the plane for 15 hours. Too long. Yes, and this is a beautiful place. Great stuff.
Gorgeous.
It's gorgeous. Looking forward.
Start day one at 9 a.m. in Sarria, dropping our bags for transport before hitting the trail. It's a 15-mile hike with 1762 feet of climbing, broken up by a couple of coffee breaks or lunch stop as we make a 6-hour walk to Portomarin. Sarria, a small Galician town with a big place in Camino history, is where thousands of pilgrims begin their final stretch to Santiago. Its quiet streets, medieval towers, and riverside paths offer a gentle start, while cafes buzz with early morning excitement. From here, the Camino Francés becomes a mix of tradition, challenge, and shared purpose, one step at a time towards the Compostela. So girls, how are you feeling after that first small hill?
Excellent.
Yeah.
Loving it.
I can see Portomarin right there, across the river, under the bridge.
Portomarin sits above the Mino River, a striking reward at the end of a long day on the Camino Francés. The town you see today was rebuilt stone by stone in the 1960s, after the old village was flooded to create a reservoir. Its iconic staircase, lively square, and fortress-like church welcome pilgrims with history, good food, and a feeling of finally arriving somewhere special. Leaving Portomarin, we take on a 16-mile hike with nearly 1,923 feet of elevation gain, pacing 7-hour walk with a morning coffee, a relaxed lunch, and an afternoon coffee before rolling into Palas de Rei.
So, Rish, my friend, I want to embark on this journey with you. Together we live, together we die.
On the Camino Francés, every pilgrim carries a passport, your credential, collecting stamps from cafes, churches, and albergues along the way. These colorful stamps prove your journey and are required to receive your Compostela in Santiago. From Portomarin, the Camino sends you uphill right away. You'll wander past tiny villages, endless farmland, and more cows than people before finally rolling into Palas de Rei, wondering how your legs are still attached.
Okay. Awesome.
They say you guys are already late.
Good job. We did it. Yay. Looking forward to 3. It was the most.
Day 3, leaving Palas de Rei, we follow a rolling 10-mile stretch towards Melide, climbing about 900 feet through forest and farm roads. A steady 4-hour walk ending in Melide's famous pulpo. As we leave Palas de Rei, the Camino Francés starts off gently, just enough to trick you into thinking this day will be easy. Soon you're winding through classic Galician countryside, soft forest paths, mossy stone walls, and tiny hamlets where 3 houses and a tractor somehow count as a village. Before long, you reach San Julian, the perfect spot for that first coffee break. Pilgrims gather like it's a sacred morning ritual because it is. There's always someone insisting that they don't need extra caffeine, while everyone just smiles, knowing they'll be ordering a double espresso at the next hill. From San Julian, the path rolls gently through shaded woods and past old farmhouses that look like they've been standing since the invention of time. You cross streams, wander over stone bridges, and occasionally negotiate right of way with a cow who clearly believes she owns the Camino. And honestly, she might. A bit further on, we reach Ocoto, a well-earned lunch stop. It's the kind of place where food tastes better after the miles, and pilgrims linger, swapping stories, pretending they're not counting how many kilometers remain. After lunch, the trail settles into an easy rhythm, carrying you from Lugo into A Coruña, one step closer to the Santiago. The path widens, villages get livelier, and the pilgrims from Camino Primitivo merge in, like joining a group chat already in full swing. As you near Melide, the smell of pulpo drifts through the streets, pulling tired walkers straight to the table. It's a short stage full of charm and just enough hills to keep you humble, and by the time you arrive, you've definitely earned that meal. Day 4, leaving Melide, we follow a rolling 10-mile stretch towards Arzua, climbing about 1,000 feet through forests and farm roads. After roughly 4 hours of steady walking, we arrive in Arzua, home of its famous cheese and a well-earned rest. Leaving Melide, the Camino settles back into its familiar rhythm. The town fades behind you, and the path immediately slips into the classic Galician countryside with soft forest trails. This stretch is dotted with hamlets, each with its own quiet charm. You wander through places like Pointe, where pilgrims instinctively pause for a coffee or a quick rest. There's always someone adjusting their pack, someone stretching their calves, and someone staring at their feet like they are negotiating terms of surrender. It's all part of the Camino dance. As you get closer to Arzua, the path gets livelier. This is where pilgrims from the Camino Primitivo merge in, and suddenly the trail feels fuller. More voices, more stories, more energy. It's like joining a group that's been chatting for hours, but everyone's sun-kissed and so friendly that you fit right in. The final stretch brings us through more forest and farmland before Arzua slowly comes into the view. The town is known for its cheese, and you'll see it proudly displayed everywhere. Pilgrims arrive with a sense of relief and accomplishment, ready to drop their bags and enjoy a well-earned rest. On day 5, we move from Arzua, following a 14.5-mile stretch towards Amenal, climbing about 1,300 feet through rolling forests and farms, and after about 5.5 hours of steady walking, we'll arrive at Amenal. Collecting our stamps on our passports and leaving Arzua, walking through its by-lanes, the Camino slips back into the quiet rhythm of rural Galicia. The morning begins with rolling forest paths, soft filtering light through eucalyptus and oak. It's a peaceful stretch with gentle climbs that wake up the legs without overwhelming them. Along the way, an artisan sets up a small stand, carving wooden staffs and selling handmade Camino souvenirs that feel authentic as the trail itself. Soon we reach Casa do Horio, the perfect stop for a mid-morning coffee. Hikers gather here on the terrace, warming their hands on fresh cups, sharing stories from the road. It's one of those Camino pauses that feel simple and perfect. At about 10 miles into our hike, we arrive at Ociadero restaurant for lunch. It's a welcome break with hearty Camino plates that even taste better after the miles. The afternoon brings quiet woodland and peaceful stretches of countryside, settling us into that meditative Camino rhythm. As the landscape opens, Amenal appears, small, calm, and the perfect place to rest before the final walk to Santiago. On a final day of the hike from Amenal, the Camino follows a 12-mile stretch towards Santiago, climbing about 1,200 feet through forests and rolling hills. After roughly about 5 hours of steady walking, the path leads you into the Compostela and the long-awaited finish at the cathedral. Day 6, leaving Amenal, the Camino begins its final stretch towards Santiago. The morning air is cool and the path winds gently through the quiet forest. Eucalyptus trees line up the trail, filling the air with their fresh scent. The trail then leads us through small villages and open countryside. You see more and more pilgrims joining the path, all moving with the same purpose. As you approach Monte do Gozo, the mood shifts. This is the hill where pilgrims catch their first glimpse of Santiago. From here, the final kilometers lead us into the city. Streets grow busier, footsteps echo on stone, and the anticipation rises. And then, at last, the cathedral tower appears. You walk into the Praza do Obradoiro, surrounded by history and emotion. The journey ends here, but the feeling stays with you forever. How do you feel it?
Brilliant.